Xiaomi shocked us when they released the Redmi Note 10 series. The specs that it offers are remarkable considering its price. And now, the POCO M3 Pro 5G. Xiaomi's affordable 5G ready smartphone. But other than the 5G support that it offers, what else does this phone have? Where does it compromise? Or what does it lack in order to achieve the 5G support? Mabuhay Manila, this is Pope from ManilaShaker.com and this is a review of the POCO M3 Pro 5G. Looking at its overall design, it gives us a premium look despite its price. The back is made out of plastic with a glossy finish. It also has a black accent on the camera module part. It is equipped with a triple camera setup with a 48 megapixel main camera, 2 megapixel for both macro and depth sensors. Switching to the front, it boasts a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD along with a 90Hz refresh rate. It has a 20:9 aspect ratio and it is protected by a Gorilla Glass 3. Since it has a higher refresh rate, scrolling around the display is smoother. Colors are also great for an IPS panel. Specs are very much alike with the Redmi Note 10 Pro, but we will also make a comparison video to show everyone the difference between the two devices. Heading to its cameras, it has a triple camera setup with a 48 megapixel f1.8 main cam and 2 megapixel for both macro and depth. The 48 main cam delivers good quality outputs. Outdoor photos has a wide dynamic range and good color reproduction. Even indoors, colors are still punchy. Its portrait mode has good subject to background separation. And on its 8 megapixel selfie, outputs are okay but sometimes images have a warm tone but depending on the scenery. The camera performance is okay especially at this price point. Nothing fancy but it still delivers. Now, I know all of you are waiting for this. Let's talk about its performance and show some gaming results as well. Out of the box, the POCO M3 Pro 5G runs on Android 11 with MIUI 12 on top. It is equipped with a MediaTek Dimensity 700 5G with a 7nm process. The review unit we have comes with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Here are the benchmarks of the POCO M3 Pro 5G. Now for its gaming, it comes with Xiaomi Game Turbo that optimizes and boosts your gaming experience. Now let's begin our gaming test. Let's start with Call of Duty Mobile. By default, settings are set to medium graphics and medium frame rates. Almost all entry gaming smartphones that I have tested, most of them are set to these options. Setting it to high frame rates, gameplay was actually smooth. No frame drops or even stuttering occurred all throughout the game. The same goes for Battle Royale mode. Even upon landing or aiming down your sights, gameplay has no stuttering. For multiplayer mode, we get 54 to 56 FPS with 98% stability, while on the Battle Royale mode, we get 48 to 53 FPS with 98% stability. Next is PUBG Mobile. By default, settings are set to HD graphics and high frame rates. Ultra frame rates are available for both balanced and smooth graphics quality only. As for gameplay experience, even upon landing, gameplay is smooth with no visible frame drops and stuttering. Even running up and down the terrain and shooting guns, the gameplay is smooth. For the recommended settings, we get 25 to 27 FPS with 98% stability, and on balance plus ultra frame rates, we get 35 to 37 FPS with 98% stability. Now heading to MOBA games. Our first game is League of Legends Wild Rift. As usual, settings are set to quality. Let's head to custom and bump it up. Even though we have a 90Hz display on our options, it is still unavailable. As for the gameplay, everything is smooth with no frame drops or stuttering during clashes. Even mixture of multiple skill animations, there is no visible lags. With its bump up settings, we get 58 to 60 FPS with 99% stability. Next is Mobile Legends. By default, everything is already turned on and the quality of our graphics is already set to Ultra. Just like League of Legends Wild Rift, I didn't encounter any frame drops or stuttering even at clashes. So for Mobile Legends and its maxed out settings, we get 60 FPS with 100% stability. Now heading to games that are graphically demanding, starting with Honkai Impact 3. By default, settings are set to number 3, so let's bump everything up and set the frame rates to 60. The gameplay was still smooth, although during combat, you can feel a bit of frame drop but not that drastic. So overall, Honkai Impact 3 with the bump up settings, we get 47 to 53 FPS with 97% stability. Next is another game from MiHoYo, Genshin Impact. By default, its settings are set to lowest. Upon entering the game, there are some noticeable frame drops and stuttering. Even if you are just looking around, there are frame drops, but it is not that drastic. For me, the game is still playable. But when I set the FPS to 60 from 30, frame drops are now lessened. The game is now smoother to play, although we still see some occasional frame drops but less compared to the recommended settings. For its default settings, you get 24 to 26 FPS with 98% stability, while on the lowest plus 60 frames, we get 45 to 50 FPS with 96% stability. So those are the results of its gaming test. Now let's head to its battery. POCO M3 Pro 5G has a 5000 mAh battery which is paired with an 18 watts fast charging. Juicing up the 5000 mAh battery took around 2 hours and 13 minutes, which is not bad for its price. Overall, for the asking price of 9,490 pesos, which is the 6+128 variant, it offers us good quality photos, very solid performance when it comes to gaming. We also get Full HD Plus display with a 90Hz refresh rate, and lastly, it is also 5G ready. These features are great to have, especially in the entry-level category. The POCO M3 Pro 5G also has a lower variant which is priced at 7,490 pesos. So that is the POCO M3 Pro 5G. What are your thoughts about this affordable 5G ready smartphone? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you will be updated with our future contents. Also, don't forget to visit manilashakr.com for more tech news, reviews, and comparison of the latest device. Once again, this is Pope, and mabuhay Manila.